Hey there, Evan Stilleson here, founder of the Northwest School of Aromatic Medicine. And I've been feeling kind of tense lately in my body. So I decided to go get a massage yesterday, which haven't had one for a really long time, and it was great. And the masseuse and I were getting to know each other, asking questions about each other's lives. And she ended up asking me about my profession. So we started talking about incense and its many different facets and ways that people utilize it around the world. And she was just amazed at how expansive the art of incense really is. You know, she just had no idea. And I shared my vision of the trinity of incense with her, which totally made sense to her. And I thought that I would share it with you as well, because it always helps people not only have more appreciation for incense, but it gives people new ways of benefiting from the oldest form of aromatic medicine that there is. So incense has three main pillars of use. Each has been its own art in itself for literally thousands of years, even tens of thousands of years. So the first and possibly the oldest is its use in spiritual and ritual practices. Being used for prayer and spiritual healing, divination, things like smudging, ceremonies of all kinds, all around the world. On every continent and nearly every culture, incense has been there from the beginning, accompanying basically, every ritual and mode of spiritual practice. And today it's still used in every religious and spiritual practice, with prayers and ceremonies. It's just always there, and it has always been there, and it will always be there. It just goes hand in hand with any spiritual practice, really. And there's a lot to that, of course. More than I can get into in this short video here. But to put it simply, aromatic plants that we use in incense and aroma in general and our sense of smell all act together to open up this doorway to the divine. And it has a lot to do with the limbic system in our brain and its direct connection to our intuition and our dreams and visions and feelings of sacredness and higher powers. And aromatic plants act as keys to sort of unlock this sacred doorway to the spiritual. And so the next pillar in this trinity lies in the medicinal and therapeutic powers of incense and the plants and resins that we burn for healing, what many call medicine incense, which has been around for tens of thousands of years as well, since the beginning. When ancient peoples discovered and experienced the effects of burning different plants, maybe on their cook fires, or also learning from the plants themselves about how to use the plants and their medicines when burning them for therapeutic treatments. And over time, traditional healers incorporated incense smoke as a therapy, and in some parts of the world, that knowledge was placed into the foundations of some really well-known medical systems that we still have today, like traditional Chinese medicine and Tibetan medicine and the Indian system of Ayurveda, which is actually entire systems of smoke therapy within these systems. Very intricate application methods and prescription plans and very specific guidelines on which incense plants to prescribe to what types of people with unique constitutions and imbalances and diseases. But long story short, incense is still used all around the world, and it's a respected and effective system of medicine in many cultures, healing the psyche and disorders from brain fog to schizophrenia, helping people work through their emotions like grief, or cooling anger and frustration. It also helping countless physical ailments, both internally and externally, and having, on top of that, a special affinity for treating all things related to the respiratory system, from the lungs to the sinuses. Think about incense is that element of the air. And also healing on the spiritual level, like I mentioned. And the third part of this trinity lies in the fact that besides all these other virtues, incense smells amazing. There's hundreds of thousands of aromatic botanicals and gums and resins that all have unique aromatic qualities like citrusy, spicy, fruity, floral, piney, camphorous. There's just no limit to the aromas of plants around the world. And long ago, if we even look back way to the Egyptian arts of incense and perfumery, and even well beyond that, in ancient times, incense was prized for its aromas. And in almost every culture, alongside the healing and the spiritual uses, different styles and forms and unique arts of perfecting the olfactory aspects of incense came into being. There's stories of ancient incense games and competitions around the world where incense masters would, compete trying to create the best smelling incenses that they could. The Japanese Kodo ceremony comes to mind, actually, and this was a way of life for a lot of people. The Kodo is actually more popular than the tea ceremony of Japan at one time. The Kodo incense ceremony, people would spend their entire lifetimes dedicated to incense and refining their olfactory palate, and this kind of marriage to the incense plants and to the delicate art of aroma. And, the Kodo ceremony is actually a really elaborate and deep incense culture that I've gone into a little bit more depth in other blogs. But today we have literally hundreds of thousands of varieties of, and just this massive spectrum of incense fragrances from every corner of the world. And it's really beautiful, and we're lucky to be able to enjoy it all. So these three pillars, they often stand alone. Some people might only use incense for enjoyment, for its aroma. Some people, in the fields of medicine or other parts of the world, in the realm of healing, might use it just for therapeutic or healing qualities. And a lot of people on a spiritual or religious path only use it to enhance their prayers or during ritual and ceremony. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who benefit from all three pillars, because this is a trinity, all weaves together into one art of incense. We're not restricted to just stay in one facet, depending on what sort of person you are or what your own practice is all about, whether it's a healing practice or a spiritual practice that you have, or it's your own personal practice with incense or plants. Maybe you're on a personal healing journey, or if you're a professional, incense can be all of those things for you, or it can be, maybe just a couple of them. If someone's not a spiritual person, they can still benefit from the healing powers of incense, and of course use it for its relaxing qualities and enjoy its fragrance. And if somebody is a spiritual person, they can still benefit from its healing qualities and enjoy its aroma as well. And people who are into just the aromas alone, the therapeutic and spiritual aspects of it are always going to be there for them, and they can go deeper into that if they ever feel called to it. So anyways, I just wanted to share this little vision here with you, because I feel like understanding this can open up a lot of doorways to new opportunities for growth and healing, and open up new possibilities for people who might not realize how powerful and versatile incense can be. A lot of people in the Western world, unfortunately, just think that incense is, used to cover up bad smells, or, it's just this nice smelling and relaxing thing, which it is, but it's just so much more than that, so much more. And, talking to the masseuse that I met yesterday, she realized that she could be using incense in new ways to bring more comfort and calm and relaxation and openness to her patients. If you're an herbalist or a health practitioner, you might discover that you've been missing out on this entire branch of healing through the airways, through the traditions of smoke therapy. If you have a spiritual practice with incense, maybe you'll find that there's a lot more that you can do with it to achieve even more transformation and even deeper healing on certain levels. So I hope wherever you're at with your path and practice that, maybe this can open up some new ideas for you. That's all I wanted to share today, just this simple thought here. And hopefully it can help you expand your thoughts about the art of incense. So until next time, stay safe out there and stay healthy.